Ever heard of Käsknöpfle? It's a traditional dish from the tiny Alpine country of Liechtenstein. This simple, hearty dish carries a rich history, rooted in the rural and alpine regions of the country. Käsknöpfle reflects the essence of Liechtenstein's culinary traditions, born from the necessity of utilizing local ingredients and providing nourishment for hardworking locals centuries ago. Fast forward to today, Käsknöpfle has evolved from being just a staple food to a national symbol. The dish underscores the significance of dairy farming, spotlighting local cheeses that are a key component. It's a familiar sight in homes, festive celebrations, and local eateries, embodying a sense of community and tradition. The creation of Käsknöpfle is often a family event, with recipes handed down through generations. Each family adds its unique touch, contributing to the diversity of this beloved dish. So, are you ready to discover the magic of this time-honored dish? Let's dive into the recipe. To prepare Käsknöpfle, you don't need any fancy ingredients. It's all about simplicity and authenticity. You'll need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 to 4 large eggs, half a cup of water, a pinch of salt for taste, and a cup of grated cheese. The cheese is where the magic lies. We recommend using a combination of local Swiss or Austrian mountain cheeses like Käsknöpfle or Appenzeller. These cheeses bring out the traditional flavors of the dish and pay homage to its origins. You'll also need 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 large onion thinly sliced and fried until crispy, and freshly ground black pepper to taste. The process begins with making the dough. Take a large bowl and mix together the flour and a pinch of salt. Make a well in the center and crack the eggs into it. Add half of the water and start mixing, gradually incorporating the flour into the eggs and water. Keep mixing, adding more water as necessary, until you have a smooth, thick dough. The dough is the foundation of your Käsknöpfle, so take your time with it. It's a simple process, but it's important to get it right. Once your dough is ready, cover the bowl with a cloth and let it rest for about 30 minutes. This resting period allows the gluten in the flour to relax, making the dough easier to work with. It's a small but crucial step, much like the simmering pause in a good conversation that brings everything together. So there you have it. You've mixed your ingredients, kneaded your dough, and let it rest. You're now ready to dive into the next part of the journey, forming and cooking your Käsknöpfle. This is where your dough comes to life, transforming into delicious cheese-filled dumplings. Now that you have your dough ready, it's time to bring it to life. Now, we're moving on to the most exciting part, cooking the Käsknöpfle. The first step is to bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. As the water bubbles away, we'll form the Käsknöpfle. Use a spatula maker or a colander with large holes to press the dough through directly into the boiling water. If you don't have a spatula maker, no worries. You can just cut small pieces of dough and drop them into the water. The Käsknöpfle will start to float to the surface once they're cooked. At this point, let them simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes. Then, using a slotted spoon, remove them from the water and drain well. Keep going until all your dough is transformed into delicious Käsknöpfle. Now comes the key part that makes this dish so irresistible, the cheese. In a preheated pan or a large bowl, start layering your Käsknöpfle with generous amounts of grated cheese. Begin and end with a layer of Käsknöpfle, creating a cheese-filled masterpiece. The final touch to this traditional Liechtenstein dish is the crispy fried onions. Melt some butter in a pan and fry thinly sliced onions until they're golden brown and crispy. The aroma of the cooking onions will fill your kitchen, making your mouth water in anticipation. To serve, simply top your cheesy Käsknöpfle with a generous helping of these crispy onions. Don't forget a sprinkle of freshly ground black pepper to taste. Each bite of this dish is a delightful balance of the soft, cheesy Käsknöpfle and the crispy, caramelized onions. This dish is not just about the taste, it's about the tradition, the community, and the sense of togetherness it brings. As you bite into the Käsknöpfle, you're experiencing a slice of Liechtenstein's culinary heritage. There you have it, a traditional Liechtenstein dish that's hearty, comforting, and full of flavor. Enjoy your Käsknöpfle and savor a piece of Liechtenstein's culinary heritage.